Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Copa America. We are already set up for the next series. How quick aren't these breaks? But that being said, it seems like we already have launched into the game, so let's jump into it. The first map is going to be Echo. And, well, Tenji, do you mind introducing our players?
I do not. Our first player here in the bottom right. It is going to be the red Zerg, JimRising. And I'll let you take over for our next guest.
Right, in the upper left-hand corner, playing for shots. Right now in this winner series, can actually take down the favorite. It is Cealer. He's gonna have to seal this series.
Okay, that was clever. That was clever.
I actually try.
He's the sealer.
He is the sealer.
Sealer of the dealer. Seal the deal.
Yeah, he's going to try to seal the deal on this game against
Is
Jim.
he gonna stop Jim from rising?
Perhaps not.
Sealing off that valve. I mean, I can go on forever. Let's just stop now.
Let's. But yeah, I know that JimRising, of course, is the big favorite here. But Cealer, well, he managed to bring himself to this series, and we haven't seen his ZVT just yet. So let's see if he can do better than his Terran counterpart in the losers match.
Oh, because I mean, the loser of this series will drop down to play versus. Oh man, help me out here.
Oh, against Odin.
Yes, that's it. Odin is. Coming to a complete standstill there. So to regain the flow here.
It's okay. It's okay. We're still getting used to the time zones.
That and all these new names. But yes, so as I was saying, we had this series. The loser will have to play versus Odin, and the winner will be advancing right through into the rounds of 8. And then, of course, that will lead into the final deciding up and down game.
Yeah, of course, there are 5 series per group right now. If the other group is much slower, we might catch a few games there as well, just as a quick warning. If you guys, so you guys don't leave just as the last series finish. But like we did that yesterday. But of course, we do have the 2 groups going on at the same time. So if you want to catch that, there are more streams. You can check them out on Team Liquid to catch them all, just like Pokemon.
Yeah, they're running the Spanish and Portuguese streams simultaneously. I think we have 1 or 2 casters in this, and then they have the other ones for the separate group. Or rather for the other group. We are the only English casting team, actually, for this Copa America.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to get the chance, at least, to try a bit, see how it goes, and see a bit of the games that are going on. Have been pretty cool so far. Of course, with we saw B-Lord, for instance, pretty much dominating his group, but then we saw also, of course, I believe it was, what's the name again? We saw Cats, and we saw another player called what's his name again?
Byrada,
you're right.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. With one of the few Protoss there, one of the 2, Rivator, not managing to pull on through, sadly. Nonetheless, this game, sort of slow start. And, well, interestingly enough here, 4 Marines first. This is a little uncommon, opting in to not go for that Reaper pressure. What are your thoughts on this, out of the Zerg, from the Zerg perspective?
Well, I mean, wait, the Reaper pressure?
Oh, we didn't see any Reapers here from Cealer, actually. He went right,
No.
He just went straight into Marines. Because, I mean, this is a little uncommon, isn't it?
Well, it did get pretty common after a while, because what happened was that people started trying out the One Rax Expo, which is, considered to be the, the One Rax Expo without gas in this case. So you get the Marines out, and you can actually kill the first Overlord. Then it got really common because you could get an early Overlord, and even if you didn't, you didn't have to focus too much on the Reaper. You still have pretty good setup. And look how quick this armory is for Cealer. I mean, the Hellbat timing with these Marines can actually be pretty scary.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. So you make a good point there. Marines, of course, offer fairly good damage, and he's even bringing a couple of the boys over to go with this. I think that Jim will catch air, or catch the whiff. Manages to almost get a Hellion here. But he sees these units coming across, and now, suddenly with the first Hellbats done, it's going to be scary for a few seconds, but he's already got these 7 roaches on production, so I think he's going to hold here just perfectly fine.
Well, we're going to see. It's all about the micro here. Stacking up his queens a bit too much here. Needs to split them up really well and has to watch out with those drones. Probably want to pull them a bit earlier than this. But, well, the roaches do come out. We see 2 queens really low. One does go down. The second one will be going down here. But I think that will be all the damage from Cealer. So he gets 2 queens, but no big amount of workers. And he did pull 2 SCVs with this, even 3. So I think he kind of lost more in this trade than Jim did, and now he's really far behind.
Yeah, and right away we see JimRising just starting that drone production once again. So he's very comfortable, and you know what? We saw JimRising going for these kind of roach plays, and he not only is he great for the defense. You mentioned this before, that you kind of go between like 5 and 9 roaches depending on how scared you are. And after you deflect the attack, though, you send them across to your enemy, and well, this is what we're gonna see here. 2 Widow Mines though.
One not burrow though, so it will go down right away. But stacking up the roaches against Helmet's not the best idea. Still, of course, they are pretty much a hard counter, and nothing in this bunker could focus it down. But I think the biggest focus would be this command center to force the cancellation of it. And well, the roaches already have done pretty significant damage as the Jim behind is just droning like a madman.
Yeah, this is kind of significant actually, and he gets that cancel. So now Cealer, he's gonna end up having a very late 3rd base, and he might even take some additional damage here. He's gonna try to break down these depots, or maybe even go for that reactor actually.
Yeah, well, he might just get the reactor time, but that comes to the SCV to kind of save it. Going down there, but it's getting close, but not close enough.
Barely gets it. Nonetheless, great attack there from Jim. Great attack.
So, Jim, behind this, is setting up just as for any macro game against Bio. We're going to see 1-1, we're going to see Baiting Nests, and soon enough we should see that Spire go down as well. Just deal with it, drops early on, and then put on some counter aggression with him. But well, Cealer, he's going forward with these Banshees and a few units as well.
And already we have a Spore in position, Queen as well, but no cloak for these Banshees though.
Without cloak, it's going to be a bit difficult to fight this. Of course, we already have the Spore Cores giving the vision as well, just in case. And of course, if the Banshees try to go into the mineral line, they are going to get completely obliterated. Now, not too much for Cealer. I'm not really sure about the decision to pull off this this Marauder and the Widow Mine, but the Widow Mine will be trying to deny a possible 4th base, I guess.
Yeah, so ended up kind of giving away units, really. And even the Banshees going down here, gonna lose both of those. So suddenly all of that map control gone, and now Jim moving out across the map again to his opponent's side of things. And look at this, the front here from Cealer is actually very weak. The bunker isn't even done, and if we see a couple of Banelings morphed, he can actually bust that down, but I think he's just going to back off.
So Dreamclaw's already started for Cealer, so he's going to have a pretty scary push when his Widow Mines do come out. But the problem is for him right now that he's behind in workers. He's right now on 2 base against someone who's trying to establish his 5th base with all those gases as well. Going to be 10 gas Zerg, and he's trying just like his Terran counterpart to drop here, but well, I'm not sure if he's going to do that much damage. Although late Spire, we still have a lot of ground-born troops here for Jim to be just ready for any harassment.
Speedling's so mobile. Well, this is kind of a thing we've seen. I don't know if it's just by chance or coincidence, but if you look at I'd say like 65% of games we've cast when we see this composition from Zergs, where they want to be going into Ling, Bling, and Metalisks, they've always had like really late Spires. I mean, we haven't seen the Spires finish up until like the 11:30 to 13-minute mark, and that's just like crazy late, in all honesty.
It is pretty late, but in this case, of course, it is going to be okay because what Jim is looking for is this kind of big buzz play, getting road speed behind this. But I'm not even sure if he needs that. Look out for these Widowmines, though. Do connect with a lot here, and all those links do go down, but the Banes do the fair share of damage. Now Jim, though, losing most of his armor, is going to try to replenish that. But we saw something similar from Snoot not too long ago, trying this as well when you go for the Roach-Ling Bane play without that many muties whatsoever.
I mean, if you can withhold that ground control and maybe play a bit more with good creep spread and a good amount of queens, like you say, like Snoot did, then I mean, then maybe you don't need to worry too much about not having those mistakes. Oh, friendly fire! They're actually taking down a Medivac. I don't know if you caught that, but gets a decent connection with that Widowmine. Nonetheless, that Widowmine friendly fire can be brutal sometimes. Jim causing for a pause for a second.
Yeah, quick pause here from Jim. Hopefully nothing is going all too bad for him, and already ready, so it seems like maybe just a setting or so.
I didn't even have time to tell you we were gonna jump over to your face there for a second. But I mean, you can just make that assumption from now on.
Yes, it was just caught off guard once.
Only once.
I'm so happy I didn't do something weird, though.
It's like, pick your nose.
Oh, that would be so awkward. I actually don't pick my nose, but if I did, that would be really...
Yeah, if you did.
That would be really... I think, yeah, one of those, like, all just random, like, making faces.
Yeah, like you have a really weird expression.
Yeah.
Drop did get cleaned up there on the right-hand side. The Widowmine is still here, actually, so... You know, imagine if he gets really unlucky and takes a big hit, for instance, like losing
like
a bunch
that?
of Zerglings like that.
Like we just saw half a second after you say it.
You know, we've seen some terrible stuff, like some guy losing 12 Banes to that random Widowmine that he forgot about.
Oh yeah, that is pretty awful to see. But you know what? Here we go. Cealer right now is going to try to hold on, but these roaches are so good at soaking Widowmine shots, and not too many more in this army. Here we go though. Jim looking to shut down Cealer. Comes in with the roaches and the Banes. Moved on the right hand side, dealing the fast shot damage as well, and only one Widowmine left. Not good enough with the shots, and here comes the links to follow up with.
Yeah, he's going to fall back to this bunker, but that's going to fall in seconds. Doesn't decide to split up into the third base, but Cealer realizing he just doesn't have enough, and that's going to be it. That's GG. And JimRising taking game number 1 here in our winners round of Group D.